The semester is winding down, but the highlights keep on coming. Good evening and welcome to NTC Sports. I am your host, Dan Kenny. UFC featherweight champion of the world Conor McGregor confirms that he is indeed not retired.
Jaleel Okafor also, I don't know if you knew this, takes dancing lessons. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and spin and score. Those Zumba lessons actually paid off.
The Chicago Bulls open up their playoffs by hosting the Milwaukee Bucks. But make no bucks about it, that's not the main headline. George Springer hops on his horse. He says, "Giddy up," and goes Spider-Man at the wall and saves the game for the Astros. But that hasn't stopped him from putting on a show for the fans. The 22-year-old smacked a 3-run dinger in the 8th inning, putting the Cubs out on top. The IHSA says its board of directors discussed the proposals Tuesday and now we'll seek feedback before voting. Between John Jones and light heavyweight champion Daniel Cormier, we'll have to wait. DC injured his leg just 2 weeks before the fight. Anthony Johnson put up 12 points and led the game with 6 assists, and Aaron Armstead added 11 more points and had a game-high 2 steals. Back in 2007, Prince performed Purple Rain during the halftime show at Super Bowl 41. It was the largest audience in Super Bowl history. Bulls really struggle to contain Chris Paul as he cha-chas through the defense and drops this little floater in for 2. NIU's athletics communication director, Donna Turner, told us in many words, things break sometimes. It happens. It also happened in the second half of the Huskies game against Central Michigan. But don't overwhelm yourself. If you can, take a break, catch a baseball game. The Huskies play 5 out of the next 6 days. So long, everyone, and take care. Yet another huge sports weekend is now behind us. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Dan Kenny. Fast forwarding now, Jordan Spieth was sort of like an Uber driver this past weekend because he drove the ball home. As we see this approach shot land less than 10 feet away from the hole. Tiger Woods finished in the top 20 as he executes his short game to perfection on this putt. But it's all about Spieth. At the end of the day, he achieves his dream and finishes the tournament with 18 shots under par. I wouldn't be surprised if Spieth ended up sleeping in that green jacket last night. I know I probably would. Now, transitioning to our Play of the Day segment, which features yet another young up-and-coming star in the Astros-Rangers game. Check it out. We're in extra innings now with the bases full of Rangers. This can end the game if it's gone, but George Springer hops on his horse. He says, "Giddy up," and goes Spider-Man at the wall and saves the game for the Astros. And that's today's Play of the Day. Well, that's all for NTC Sports. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. So long.